Good afternoon. To maybe 10, 15 minutes ago, I went to my bedroom to close up my curtains and my blinds. Now, when I first walked in my room, I didn't smell nothing. It's when I turned around to leave from the window, I began to smell some type of, I don't even know what it is. I never smelled it before, but it was a chemical. So they have chemical coming up from my vent in my bedroom. It wasn't smelling like that when I first walked in. It's when they saw me at my windows, pulling the curtains and closing my blinds. So it's somebody who's looking through either my eyes or so many people in the front of this house. It's sending something, and whatever it was, I didn't smell it long. Cause as soon as I started smelling it, I covered my face. And I called my daughter in, and I said, "There's some kind of smell coming in my room." And she smelled this. That she smelled that. A lot of times she be out like she don't see nothing, but she said it smelled like a hair product, chemical, a hair chemical. And you see my hair is I just wiped it off. There's no chemicals in my hair. I shampooed and conditioned it really good, waiting on it to dry. I have no hair chemicals. I'm beginning to smell it in here, so it's spreading. So I'm making this video and gonna post it. So that if anything happened to anybody in this house, we was murdered by either the people in front of us, and the person that's doing the most is the guy with the white van and those men that's in front of us. Now, today I did video part of it. He came, the same man that normally come on Mondays and just sit out there. Yeah, I'm smelling whatever that smell is. I'm smelling it in here. Not as good as I did in my bedroom, but it got to be coming up through the vents. It got kind of like a smoky smell to it, but it smells like a smoky chemical. It's not coming from outside because I went to the back door and the front door, and I don't smell it out there. It's coming up through our vents. But anyway, the man that normally in the station wagon type of car, he came over today about 8, like maybe 8:25 or something like that, because he normally come about 9:30. That lady, she started walking about 9, and she don't walk no further than next door and turn around and go back. So not long after he came, this man came and was cutting down tree limbs rather. He cut down tree limbs. So he sat there for 2 hours. Now I videoed that. He sat there for 2 hours with his lights on. Just sit there with them lights on. Because he could have sat there and cut the lights off. But see, like I said, those cars are weapons. And so after that 2 hours, the other man came with the other burgundy car. So the man that was first he backed up into the, because I'm not going to post that because it's too long. I may post some of it, which I don't know if I can get on my phone or not. And then we transfer it back to the computer. But I'm getting ready to get me a new computer. But anyway, he backed up into the driveway. So when the man came to cut the limbs, he drove out and then he went to the side, parked on the side of the road. So when the other man was coming, he must have called him and let him know he was coming. Because then after 2 hours, 3 hours. Might have been 3 hours. I'm trying to think. It was 8. It might have been 3. He might have sat out there 3 hours with his lights on. So when the other man came, he backed up into the driveway, and then the other man parked where he was with his lights on. And I noticed, like I said, some of these cars got little tiny holes around the cars because what they do is mimic the sun. And that's how he got that car. But it had the little tiny holes all the way around his car. But all you could see light coming through all the holes. And he sat there. I don't know how long they were over there after that. But the man that was cutting down the tree limbs, he was over there even after they left. He was still out there. So whenever that smell go out, even if it be tomorrow, I'm gonna go back and look at that video because I want to see, did he go over there? Because somebody went up under that house and got something coming up in our vents. These people is trying to kill us, and they're gonna get away with murder. Even if I have to bring the system in here, I will. I have to figure out how to. No, I can't do that because the wires. Really, the wires probably will reach in here because those are some really long wires. Very long, take the truth. And that system might reach in here. But I'm gonna see, did that man that was cutting down the limbs, did he go over there? If he went over there, then he's the one that went up on that house and behave. Then the fatness little puppies. They be just beating up them little puppies they just be beating up their parents. And the way I ain't gonna talk, y'all wanna hear that. Anyway, I'm just letting y'all know the people, because the second house we stayed in, this man was putting something in our vents, but it smelled like supper. Every morning I would wake up, I either smelled like supper or I smelled like cooked meat with no season. That's how my skin would be smelling, because he was putting something in the vent until I went outside and wired the vent together, because he would let it slam. So he wanted me to know that he was doing it. And he would let it slam. So I got some wire and I wired it together, and then I called the real estate people and to let them know that them vents needed to be fixed because they had holes in it. Which they put the holes in it, because over at my house they fixed the vents, and somebody put a hole in the first bedroom, put it in the vent. And them ain't no animals doing it. They are animals. Yeah, they're animals doing it. Human animals. But I just got these things right here. These are called Miwa Kiwas. Well, I don't think these are not Miwas. He's lying. These are not Miwas. Miwas are round. These are the bitter ones on the inside, and the Miwas are sweet on the outside and the inside. The peel is sweet and the inside is sweet. These are the one that's bitter on the inside. You know, I paid $60 for these things. I'm thinking I'm getting two trees. Two trees, and he's come sending me all this mess right here. And I don't even want this type of tree. Every time I get seeds, they don't never do nothing. They do nothing. So I don't know how to make the seeds root. But all this right here, I need to try to do something, because this $60 worth of kiwaks. And this is not the kind that I wanted. I wanted, and I'm gonna let him know. When they do me wrong, I write a report, and I'm gonna write a report and let him know that I know my kiwaks, and this is not me walk kiwak. This is the bitter one. And I thought I was getting trees, And I'm gonna let the people know. See, people don't realize when you do stuff like that and somebody give a bad report, that make people not buy from you. So if I can get them, y'all behave. Um, if I can get at the root, I have to try to get my. And I'm just looking forward to my tree because I brought a lot of citrus trees from either low G's, and all of them died. Now the ones I had last year, they grew so pretty. I was so proud. All of them are citrus. I had 2 blood orange trees. I had 1 pink lemon, and a Miwok kiwok. And when it got cold, I didn't know how cold it was. I said, I can't go outside. And it was too cold for just mess my trees up. Just mess them up. So I don't know if they're going to come back or not because they look dead. The one I got still in the house in my bedroom because I had all of them in the bedroom, but they looked like they were dying. They were dead. But the one that I didn't take that one out because it still got leaves on it. So I'm going to see if I can get it to grow. But I'm still fertilizing and watering the ones I got outside. But I didn't even try to bring them in when it got cold again. I just covered them up because they already look like they dead. But I was told that if the root is still good, it might come back. So I don't know. But that's not what I want. It's built on the inside, so that's not a Miwok. I'm gonna let him know too. $60 worth of 2 bags of these little things right here. Just let them 2 puppies. The puppies fighting. They were born fighting. They've been fighting since they were born. They couldn't even see and fighting. Behave! That's all I gotta do is say behave. They'll stop for about 5 minutes and start back up. A baby. She still was trying to treat them like they babies. And she trying to still wash them up. They trying to fight. And she had them tackled. Pinned down to the floor. She had them pinned down to the floor trying to wash them. I said, baby, you being too rough with them. They didn't want to wash. They like to fight. Them some bad little puppies. One of them went up under the bed this morning and couldn't get out. She was stuck. Somehow she turned on her side and my daughter pulled her out from under the bed because I was trying to get her out, but I couldn't get her out. She turned on her side. They just they move so fast you can't keep up with them. They be everywhere. I sprayed some disinfectant spray in my bedroom because I don't know what this man said they sent it in here. My other daughter was supposed to come cut my hair today, so I called her. She didn't answer her phone. I said, you know what? One thing I don't have to do, I don't need nobody. Well, I got to beg them. They need me. Because she brought her behind from New York and lied and got herself in my place. I don't need her or nobody else where I got to beg you. And you see I got no scissors. And I chop my own hair off. It might not be even, but I don't care. I wanted my hair cut. I always wore my hair long, except when I was, how old was I? I was pregnant with my oldest daughter. I was 18. And I wiped all my hair. I wiped off shorter than this right here. And then I didn't ever cut it this short no more until it started coming out. You know, people was attacking my head. So, I mean, they was attacking me so bad. My hair was just falling out. But when I had alopecia, it just fell out. I mean, it just come out, big old handful of it coming out. And I just went, my hand, my head was just like the palm of my hand. There was no hair. And then when it started growing back, I thought I was going to be gray headed because it grew back white. My hair grew back white, but as it got longer, it turned brown. So I had to wear a wig for a long time. In some places, I had to get shots in my head because it didn't even grow. I had big old bald spots in my head. And I'm wondering, if that got anything to do with the people gang stalking me while my hair started coming out. But it was after I had surgery too. But it could have been all the surgeries I had. So I don't even know what caused it. They didn't tell me what caused it. I just know if I got real upset, it would start again. But it never did go completely bald. I would just get a spot, somewhere. And I would just get them hormone shots in my head. And I try not to get upset, but being around other people that think they can just talk to you any kind of way and raise their voice at you and talk to you like you nothing, I have to let them know that I ain't the one. Because I can talk just as loud as you can. And if you swing, I'm swinging too. I ain't talking about my sister. I'm talking about my disrespect for daughter. My sister used to swing on me too. The first time she hit me, she took her, I bent down, I can't remember if I was pulling her the pin down or trying to put it on her. But she was trying to do the opposite of what I was doing. Took her fist and punched me in my nose. Boy, I had them popped before I knew it. God, I'm bent down trying to take care of you and you gonna punch me in my nose? God no, that thing hurted. She was bad for hitting me. I had to let her know you're not gonna be hitting me. I'm trying to clean you up and you want to fight me. That's when she have a bowel movement. That's really when she start calling me every B. Every B there to be called, I got called it. She don't do it now. I tell her. But she do, well, she don't hit me. What she do is try to, cause that woman is strong. God knows. She could, I be trying to take her gown off her and she'll do like that right there. I have to take both my hands and pull it so I can get that gown off her. She just mean. I could walk in and she be trying to get up and then she'll lay back down when I come in. So when I'm trying to take her gown off and take it off her head, she'll hold her head down, press down like that. Now you know that's mean. That girl, you know she is mean. Lord have mercy. Mm-mm-mm. Is it my purpose? Well, I didn't even come on here to do all this talking. Get in here and talk to myself. No, I ain't. I'll do something. I want to go back in my room, but I ain't gonna let them kill me. Cause that stuff made my stomach hurt. I didn't even smell it that long. Just a little bit I smelled. I started feeling sick to the stomach. So I may come back and do some read on the Bible. I don't know yet. I'll depend on how I be feeling.